Plymouth Elementary. This is Rosangela Lopez.
Welcome back to another episode of the Panda Press. I'm Chelsea Franklin.
We are here to bring you the latest news here at PE. This is Clayton Dingle.
And I'm Teddy Culture. Let's get our pulse on the latest news.
Before spring break, we had a very special visit here at PE.
Children's author and illustrator Matt Fellin paid us to visit and to share his awesome story with us.
We learned all about how Mr. Fellin became an author and illustrator and how he gets his creative ideas.
Mr. Fellin even did some live illustrating for us, and the drawings he created will be prizes at this year's raffle.
Let's check out some clips from his visit.
I have been a professional illustrator for 18 years. I have illustrated somewhere around 40 books or something like that, and of those 40 books, 14 of them I've also written. And when the pencil or crayon too tight, and then the arm gets all stiff. Make your arm loose so you can be loose when you draw. Second, whenever you're drawing, whatever you're going to draw, don't worry about the details of the drawing at first. Think about what shape it is. So now, that's some details, that is tail here.
Overall spring break, families in our community may have celebrated the holidays of Passover and Easter.
The Jewish holiday of Passover is celebrated beginning on the evening of April 5th and will end on the evening of April 15th.
Passover is a time to reflect on the history of the Hebrew people's freedom and is often celebrated by families with a special set of prayers and dinner called Seder.
Most breads aren't allowed during Passover, so people celebrate eating matzah, a flat cracker-like bread, without celebrating yeast.
We have a special guest with us today to share more about Passover. Thank you for being here, Salone.
I'm Teddy Culture and I'm in 3rd grade.
Hi, I'm Sloan Cohen and I'm in 1st grade.
And we both celebrate Passover.
This is a Seder plate. I made it this year for Passover. These are all the foods that you eat. They represent how the Jewish people, like what their life was like. And I celebrate it for 2 nights, and then I just keep eating the Passover food for 8. And I'm going to introduce some of the foods that are on the Seder plate. This is a bone. This is an egg. This is haroset. This is maror, and this is karpas, but I forget what this one is. This is matzah, because on Passover, when the Jewish people were free, they didn't have enough time for the bread to rise, so that's how we have matzah. I especially love matzah with cream cheese.
The family has a Seder, and I have it with my cousins. We drink grape juice and we eat matzah. And I especially like matzah with butter. The springtime celebration of Easter is a Christian tradition and was celebrated on April 9th.
For Christians, the day is a celebration of Christianity, but it's also a celebration of new beginnings and the changing of seasons.
People who celebrate Easter often go to church to a special prayer service called a Mass that day and celebrate with family gatherings.
People who celebrate Easter also participate in egg hunts and with exchanging baskets, usually full of sweet treats like candy.
On Easter, I get a basket of treats.
I also get a basket of treats.
I read the Bible and then we do an egg hunt.
I eat and then I have an egg hunt, and I also go to Mass in the morning. In 4th grade news, students in Mrs. Chubb's class in room 206 have been hard at work in math.
Students have been working on sorting data into 3 categories.
These pandas were given a group of animals' pictures and had to sort the data by how the animals traveled, walk, swim, or fly.
They had to talk it over and agree upon each animal and then discuss the information and they learned from it. Let's take a look at their awesome teamwork.
In other 1st grade news, students in Mrs. Kim's class in room 221 also got on some pre-spring break fun.
These 4th grade pandas played a game of the floor is lava, and they used cups and popsicle sticks to create structures.
Students had to work hard together to create these structures and keep their barrels from falling into the hot lava.
Did they keep their bears safe? Let's take a look at how things heated up.
In 2nd grade news, students in Mrs. Didell's class in room 213 have been getting creative in math.
These 2nd grade pandas exercised their brains and bodies with a round of musical math.
That's right. These students were challenged to dance when they moved around and to solve math problems as they moved around.
That sounds groovy. Let's take a look at a clip.
In other 2nd grade news, students in Mrs. Grimshaw's class in room 209 recently got outside to learn.
2nd grade pandas enjoyed the beautiful weather during their bonus recess on the upper field.
While playing, they practiced problem-solving strategies that they have been learning about during 2nd step.
They were challenged to state the problem, think of solutions, explore consequences, and pick the best solution. STEP.
A special shout out to Mrs. Rabenda for teaching them the amazing game to play and practice those skills and allows students to use the newly painted lines on the field.
In third grade news, students in Mrs. Lobo's class in room 110 have also been up to something fun.
Third graders have been practicing their math problem-solving skills.
Mrs. Lobos had challenged them to use the math skills and to participate in Math Madness, to celebrate March Madness in a creative way.
Let's take a look at how their hard work added up.
Our kindergarteners did such an amazing job singing in the spring concert that we are still talking about it.
Thank you all to our staff and teachers, especially to our amazing music teacher, Mrs. O'Shea, for the help.
Thank you also to our Plymouth families that came to visit the show to support our PE musicians at their first concert.
We wanted to share a few more pictures from the show with you. Let's take a look.
Congratulations to the second graders in Mrs. Klein's class and 211.
These pandas recently earned another reward party for all the panda parts they collected for great choices.
They had a blast at the techno dance and glow party.
That sounds awesome. Let's take a peek at the reward. The competition has been heating up this past month in Miss Lobos' third grade class in room 110.
These third graders were challenged throughout the month of March to a March Madness Connect 4 Shots Championship.
Students played each other and even faced off PE staff.
In the final championship match, Audrey Smith and Connor Evans faced off. Congratulations to Connor for winning the tournament this year. Let's check out our winner and his medal.
In sports news this week, the Flyers' challenging hockey season came to a close this week. They look to play even harder next year.
The Sixers look to face off against the Nets in the first round of the NBA playoffs.
It's finally baseball season. So far, the Phillies have struggled in early season, but we know that they can do it.
Let's check out a clip about PE students singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game" to cheer our Fighting Phils on.
final story today, it's time to announce the golden ticket winners again this week.
Keep doing a great job of earning those golden tickets at arrival in dismissal each day, Pandas.
If you see your name announced, be sure to visit the main office today.
Thank you for continuing to be responsible and respectful riders, Pandas. Let's check out our golden ticket winners this week.
Thanks so much for joining us today for another episode of the Panda Press.
We hope you join us for next Friday for more of the latest news.
Teachers and staff, be sure to share great things happening at PE for us to talk about.
Signing off, this is Rosangela Lopez,
Chelsea Franklin,
Clayton Dingle.
And Teddy Culture.
Have a
a
great
great